Hi, this is Norma with Guarantee Clean Carpet Systems. We wanted to take just a moment and give you some basic spotting guidelines when you're out at your home or office and have a spill or spot. Sometimes knowing the right thing to grab actually can save us from setting the spots. These are a few products that if you have on hand can help with a multitude of spills. We just have real simple white vinegar. We have a cornstarch, got rubbing alcohol. We've got odorless mineral spirits, which is a dry cleaning compound, club soda, salt, or white wine. And the reason why we brought these is just to kind of go through some simple basic spotting procedures so that when you have a spill you can get it correctly. I think the number one thing we hear a lot of, and unfortunately we do out of human nature, is when we do have a spot, we want to grab something, pour, and start rubbing. The biggest thing we can do is actually blot. We're not looking to rub the fiber because we don't want to distort it. We just want to blot the area where the actual spot would be. A lot of times if you're having issues with a pet puddle, you would use a 50-50 vinegar and warm water. And again, all you're going to do is just pour it on the particular spot. I don't have one here. But then just blot, just as I'm doing here. We're not rubbing, we're not scrubbing, just blot. Obviously, the bigger the spot, you're going to probably need a little more. In the event that you do have to add more moisture to a particular spot, what you'll want to do is get your towel, make sure it's a dry towel, and to add more weight to pull the moisture up, you can add heavy objects, either a book or a heavy box, on top of the towel, and then check it periodically, and if need be, replace it with another dry towel. This will help to pull some of the moisture up. Usually we see these issues in pet puddles because they'll go below the carpet into the padding. And in that respect, you are going to have to pour on your vinegar and water and then just blot it up. With ink, not at all, occasionally you'll get a ballpoint ink stain. The greatest thing you want to know is ink will expand. So the minute you get it wet, if it's a dime, it can be a quarter or $half size. Just take a little bit of some rubbing alcohol and use a Q-tip. A lot of times this will help us actually get to the spot without making it any larger. Just dip it in a little bit of the alcohol and then apply it to the spot. Again, you may need to rinse and then just blot. But with ink, you want to make sure that you can get out as much as you can with the rubbing alcohol before you apply any more liquid. We don't want to make the spot bigger than it already is. Another thing is to work from the outside of the spot. I know we all hear this, but if you've got a small spot, work from the outside in. I've got a simple butter knife. I've seen people use credit cards or driver's license. If you have a small bone scraper, works nice. But what you want to do is just work from the outside of the spot to the inside. That ensures that we're not expanding it this way. Again, same thing with rubbing. When we start rubbing, we're spreading the spot even larger. On red wine, white wine, if you have it in the house, will work real well on reversing that. Club soda does a great job as well. Or even salt. Just a mound of salt will help break that down and pull that out. On your greasy stains, what you'll want to use is a dry cleaning compound. A lot of times you'll hear them refer to that. Odorless mineral spirits works well for that. Again, just apply a small amount, either with a Q-tip or maybe a cotton ball or corner of your white towel, and just apply a little bit onto the spot. Again, just pressing. We just want to blot. We don't want to scrub, and work it from that manner. With gum, we have found that ice, if you just freeze the gum, a lot of times then you can just scrape off the frozen gum. It takes it right out right away. These are just a few quick tips. If you've got candle wax, occasionally we'll get a call on that. A real simple brown bag and just a household iron. And all you're trying to do is just transfer the wax from the carpet fibers onto the brown bag. So I would start with a medium heat. Just lay the iron down, let it sit for about 30 seconds, check it to see if there's any transfer, and if not, repeat. Again, this will work on the wax itself. If you have a highly scented candle or one that has a lot of dyes in it, we're hoping to get all of that transferred right away. Sometimes that may not be the issue with some of the newer candles that are out because they have so many of the scented fragrances. These are just a few helpful household tips that we hope make your spotting career a little easier. We know that accidents happen and we want to try to prepare you for them. A great tip is to take your white cotton towels, place them underneath the cushion on your couch so that in the event of the spill, you've got a readily available towel. Obviously, time is of the essence. We also offer a really great spotting guide. If you haven't received yours already, be sure to call the office because, again, gives you some of the basic information that I've already gone over. gives you some of the formulas and solutions for some of your spotting needs. So feel free to give us a call, 480-821-1481, and we'll be more than happy to get one of these out to you right away. So thanks, and I hope this has helped give you some ideas on how to properly spot your stains and spills.